Get that money, that cash, get money, get a stash.
9 days left before the end of the second quarter, and a few days after that, candidates are going to show how much money they've raised. Is the campaign at this point much more about donors than it is about voters?
It is about donors at this point, because this is a pivotal time for candidates to show that they are strong enough to go forward in the summer months. The front runners like Mitt Romney, he is trying to present himself as the inevitable front runner. Of course, he has a network to tap into from 4 years ago. Mitt Romney is going to exceed everyone else, perhaps as much as 3 times as much. And for the next a week or so, that's his key focus.
Get that money, that cash, get money, get a stash.
Some prostitutes in Nevada are enthusiastically backing Ron Paul for president. CNN senior medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen shows us why.
Good to see everybody.
Ron Paul's met a lot of his supporters, but he probably hasn't met these women, and they love him.
If a client comes into the Bunny Ranch and says, I'm pimping for Paul, they're going to have a real good time. Aren't they, girls?
Yeah! Dennis Hoff owns the Bunny Ranch, and if the presidential election were held today, there's no question who would win here. The prostitutes at this legal brothel have a Pimping for Paul campaign because Paul supports their right to make their living this way.
Yes, you have a right to do things that are very controversial.
Get that money, that cash, get money, get a stash.
Part of what they do. They have security expenses because they're the governor of Texas. Security comes with them, and they say, well, that's okay because we had to do all this travel for the great state of Texas.
Whether I make the decision to run for the presidency of the United States or whether I decide to stay in Texas and keep what is sometimes referred to as the greatest job in America, I'm going to be promoting Texas. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be traveling internationally. I'm going to be traveling to places where the Texas story needs to be told.
Get that money, that cash, get money, get a stash.
Speaker Gingrich, you propose kids work as janitors?
You could hire 30-some kids for the price of one janitor. Those kids will get money, cash money, like janitorial duty. Get money, work in the cafeteria. Cash money is a good thing if you're poor. Get some cash money, then get some more. I'm help poor people learn how to get a job. I'm help poor people learn how to get that money, that cash. Get that money, that cash. Get money, get a stash.
In a sharp about-face today, the Obama re-election campaign told its financial contributors that they should feel free to contribute to so-called super PACs. Those are those independent political action committees that can take donations in huge amounts from wealthy contributors and spend that money on things like ad campaigns. By law, super PACs are not supposed to coordinate directly with the campaigns, but do they? You be the judge after you hear Norah O'Donnell at the White House tonight. Norah?
Scott, the president once called this super PAC spending a threat to our democracy. But now the president has personally signed off on this plan to allow these donations.
Get that money, that cash, get money, get a stash.
The Federal Election Commission says coordination over fundraising is legal. It just forbids coordination of strategy and advertising. And there is nothing to stop former aides from running these so-called independent groups. Aren't they also run by former aides of Barack Obama, Newt Gingrich, and Mitt Romney?
Absolutely. These independent committees are run by very close associates of all the candidates, and that ties them even closer to the candidates' campaigns.
Former White House official Bill Burton now leads a pro-Obama super PAC. A pro-Gingrich super PAC was set up by his former spokesman, Rick Tyler, and a pro-Romney super PAC is run by his former political director, Carl Forte.
Get that money, that cash, get money, get a hold and stash. That money, that cash, get money, get a stash. That money, that cash, it's cash money, cash money, cash.